we're the girls from Cucla's Cucina. I'm Joanne.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Kelly.
And we're back again today to do our Anytime Flips week. And today we're going to do a take on a taco. Of course, we're going to make it Greek like everything else that we try to do. And so we're going to start with our ground lamb. You could use ground beef, you could use a mixture, you could do whatever you like. I mean, you know, whatever kind of meat you like. You could even do it with a ground turkey if you like that better.
Or chicken, ground chicken.
Or even ground chicken. You know, we just like to do lamb because we're Greek. Yeah. So this, we're calling two different things. I like this as a taco-pita.
Yeah, I'm calling it a Pitaco because instead of a taco shell, we're using a pita. So pita, taco, Pitaco.
Or taco, pita, taco-pita.
Hispanico-pita, Tico-pitakia.
Yeah, so you decide.
Right.
You can write comments. How do they do that?
Write in the comments down below after this video and let us know what you think our dish should be called.
And that's what we're going to end up calling it. So give us your vote. We'd really love to hear from you. So first we're going to start with our ground lamb, and we're going to add to that some lemon juice.
We actually have to do olive oil.
Okay, we'll do the olive oil, but we have to do some lemon juice.
Okay.
Right? Lemon juice is always fun. And we have some olive oil. Great. Okay. I'm going to start mixing, and we're going to add to this.
So now we have some spices.
Herbs
Some
and
seasoning.
spices.
So we've got, what we have here is we have sea salt, we've got oregano, we have ground pepper, and we have some garlic powder.
Okay.
You ready for these?
Yeah. Okay, toss them all in. And then we're also going to add to this
Some chopped fresh mint.
And if you're not a mint person, you can add parsley.
Yeah.
Mint adds a nice Greek flavor to them, so
It does.
it's very aromatic.
Yeah, it is. It's not your typical bifteki, you know, like we use different herbs and things for our bifteki, but we thought for this would be really, really fun.
And after a while, you get kind of tired of adding oregano and parsley
Parsley.
to everything.
Right. And so I'm going to form these into like a bifteki.
And bifteki are little ovals.
Right.
They're the Greek hamburger.
And you don't want to overwork this because what happens is it gets really dense. But after we do these,
Your pan of it.
after we do these, we're going to crumple them up to make it more like a taco. So this is what it's going to look like when you get started cooking it.
So this makes it easy to do the tacos because you're cooking them as burgers, let them cool a little bit, and then you're crumbling them up, and then they're going to be mixed in with our sauce. So Jackie is going to do her famous Worcester tomatoes.
So you're going to toss these in a hot pan with some olive oil.
You're going to want to sprinkle with some salt.
Add a little sea salt on top of your tomatoes.
Add your pinch of Aleppo pepper.
We want to add a little bit of spice. So a little Aleppo pepper in the pan.
And these tomatoes are going to cook in about 5 minutes. You just want them to get nice and browned around the edges. They'll get softened and release their juices.
You know, Kelly, where can they find Aleppo pepper? Because
Oh my
we
gosh.
find it is so wonderful. We just love that kind of chili, you know, like a chili flake. And
There's a nice rich flavor to it that's not like black pepper. This I purchased at Sahadi's in Brooklyn. I would think you could find it in any Mediterranean store. And you could Google it online and find it.
I think, you know, if people are ever in the neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights area.
Yeah.
And
Sahadi's is the place to go.
that is the place to go.
It's fantastic.
It's on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn.
They actually just opened a second location in Brooklyn. So they really have it going on over there.
Yeah, it's really,
But
it's
they've
an
got,
amazing store.
they've got olive oils from all over. They've got every kind of spice and herb. They're so fresh and aromatic. They've got a coffee section. They have a cheese section, olives, nuts, seeds, anything you could imagine. It's just really fun to go through there and see what you could find. You know, the tomatoes look like they're almost done there.
Okay, and my bifteki are going to take a little bit longer.
They're going to take the bifteki about 4 minutes per side because you want them to get nice and browned.
And then once we get them nice and brown and cooked through, because you don't really want this to be like a medium in the center, you really want this to get cooked through.
Yeah, but you know, the other thing is when you crumble it, you don't need to worry too much. If it's still a little pink, they're going to go in with the tomatoes, and that's when you're going to do the final browning.
Right.
And you have your taco filling. Your Pitaco filling.
Taco-pita. And we'll be back in a little bit to show you how this is all going to come together. And we're back to show you how our Taco-pita
Pitaco
is going to be assembled. So here's our finished bifteki, and now we're gonna, it's cooled off.
And Jackie has the tomatoes there, so that's all the
blistered
tomatoes.
And now our bifteki has cooled off, so now we're going to crumple this right in with our tomato. And that's going to look more like a taco, right? That's going to look like your taco meat.
So Jackie's going to mix the whole thing together.
Now
Let's
mix
get this
that
out of the way. Mix that together and combine all the tomatoes with the beef. And if there's any pink left inside the center of the bifteki, it's going to cook up now.
Okay. And then
here we have a warmed pita ready to be filled for the Pitaco.
Taco-pita.
Okay, so Jackie's mixed up her tomato in the bifteki. And let's get this closer.
And we're going to now assemble our Taco-pita.
Pitaco.
Here we have our some roasted red bell pepper. You could do this yourself if you want with a red bell pepper and grill it, and then just peel out the outer skin and then you puree it, or you could just buy it in a jar. We bought it in a jar this time. And you put a little bit of olive oil in there and you puree it.
And you have a roasted pepper sauce.
Right, so that's our roasted pepper sauce.
Really, really easy.
And as soon as Jackie is finished putting her beef or lamb or whatever you guys are using,
why don't you just
just scoop it up.
Yeah.
I was gonna, but I didn't want it to all come out.
Well, that's part of the fun of cooking. It comes out and
she's blocking you a little bit. She's not blocking me, that's fine.
Okay, that looks really good.
Oh yeah.
And now we're going to add our red pepper sauce to it. And that's going to blend.
And yeah, like as much as you want.
Yeah, that's going to blend right in there. Okay.
So we'll do some, now we have some crumbled feta that we're going to add to this. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Feta cheese, okay.
Well,
and then,
2 little drops here.
in typical fashion, we're going to add some lettuce to the top. Go. And there you have your Taco-pita. Let us know what you think. Kalyorexi.